A follow-up to our on special assignment report yesterday that delinquent taxes owed to the state of Wisconsin are approaching now $1 billion. Also, who's at the top of that list? On special assignment this evening, Fox 11's Mark Leland reveals a problem the state is causing itself that could be contributing to all the delinquent taxes.
Some 20,000 or so people and businesses make up Wisconsin's delinquent taxpayers list, published online by the state's Department of Revenue. Revenue Secretary Richard Chandler tells me the amount owed fluctuates between $800 and $900 million.
Are we doing enough in Wisconsin to collect this money?
I think we are. A lot of times it's just impossible. The people don't have assets. They're not somewhere where we can locate them. So
who's to blame for the millions in unpaid taxes every year? Aside from those who actually owe the money, some say it's the legislators for not making the process to pay easier.
I think that some of the delinquent taxes out there are because our tax code is complex, and so when people make mistakes, they actually just didn't know any better, and so you have these delinquent taxes out there.
State Representative Dale Kuyanga, a Republican from Milwaukee, is the only certified public accountant sitting on the state's Joint Finance Committee. He is recommending sweeping changes to the state's tax code that he says would increase tax collections and lower taxes.
Because if you have a more reasonable tax code in the first place, you're going to have less mistakes, less taxes due, and let's collect that money when it's due as opposed to years later through court cases.
But since legislators are responsible for adding the provisions that made the tax code more complicated over the years, Todd Berry with the Wisconsin Taxpayers Alliance says it will take a revolt from taxpayers to see a major difference.
If state lawmakers' phones, if the governor's office phone rang off the hook for the next 2 months with people saying, you know, this is getting ridiculous. Let's just have a simple tax law. It would happen.
The current #1 offender is Baxter Healthcare Corporation out of Deerfield, Illinois. It owes $5.6 million. When I contacted the company, they told me it was due to a tax return error and they will be correcting the problem. But as of now, Baxter remains on the list. In fact, 4 of the top 8 offenders are located out of state. State officials admit collecting about $400 million of the amount currently owed will be difficult, if not impossible.
we do have an estimate out there of $800 to $900 million of an amount that is theoretically owed, but a lot of that is owed by taxpayers who have passed away or moved out of state or businesses that are bankrupt.
Barry says when others don't pay the money they owe, eventually taxes go up for the rest of us. So if you would like to express your views to area legislators, we have the phone numbers and emails you need. You can find the link attached to this story on fox11online.com. On special assignment, Mark Leland, Fox 11 News.